Hey everybody, I'm going to do part 2 of this brake cylinder rebuild here. I started with one already to kind of practice a little bit how we're going to do this. One thing I've noticed right off the bat, these seals are nowhere near the same size. This one must be really old. Well, we know it's really old, but it must be really compressed because this one is considerably larger. And it was kind of a bear to get into this cylinder here. I actually tore it a little bit, off the edge. I tried some assembly lube and we tried some WD-40 to get that to compress in there a little bit better, but it didn't want to go. But it's tight, and it's still oil tight too, because there's nothing leaking past it right now. Can't be any worse than it was, so we're going to try with that. Hopefully on the second one here we'll have a little bit better luck. But let's go ahead and start the process of changing out all the other little seals on here. We'll start with this spring piece here. That's going to get replaced. This we're going to take off. This is the piston that goes, or this is the piece that goes on the back of the piston. It goes towards the back of the cylinder. There's this seal right here. I don't know if you hear that. It sounds like I got a chicken going crazy out there right now. Okay, so that's on there. Then the new spring, which is right here, goes down on that. Cap goes over that. Our spring right here. It's tapered, so you gotta get the big end down here for it to go inside that. And we're gonna take our keeper, insert that in there. I'm gonna press the spring and get it into the keyway, center it back up, and it'll stay right on there. Okay, so that piece is ready to go back onto the piston. It's right there. I'm not ready for the piston yet because I haven't put that seal on. This is pretty tight. I was worried about being able to get this seal off in one piece. One, in case I needed it again, and two, get the other one back on, because it's got to go around quite a bit of a diameter here in order to get into its home. But we're going to get it into its home. Well, looks like our pick just started spinning in its handle there. That's not good. Harbor Freight Tools, Chinesium, gotta love it. Just makes things a little more interesting to work with. We'll get there. All right. Booger is tight. Okay, there it is. Tore it a little bit. The other one didn't tear, but it's for reusing these seals here. These move so freely inside the piston or the cylinder that I don't think they'll be useful for anything. I mean, they're not nearly as oil tight and just tight in general as even that new one that I moved up just a hair. I'm going to give this a quick scrub in the solvent tank to get the schmutz out of there. All right, dry that off. Now, since this is a Case International tractor, it was made in the UK, guess there's some European models floating around. And when you go search for brake parts like this rebuild kit, you'll find a lot of the results come up with you know, foreign vendors, and all of those foreign vendors, they seem to include a pack of assembly lube with these kits because they know you're going to need it on the seals to condition the seals to rebuild these cylinders here. The ones here in North America, yeah, you ain't getting that. Okay, this concave goes towards the rear of the cylinder, so that's how we're gonna orient that. Give it a little more for it here, slicker it up, help us out a little bit. Just gently work it over that lip. It goes right on there. Now, you can see how much higher diameter that seal has than this one was sitting on there. That makes it really challenging to get in that piston there. Alright, for our spring, we're going to install this real quick. There's this keeper piece back on here that goes down against this lip right here. Just make sure it's poked down so that when you put that spring on there, it catches. Oops. Look at me go. Doggone it. Do your job, buddy. Keep. Keeper needs to keep. And then just push that on there. It clips in. And our keeper didn't keep again. Well, that's kind of a booger. Didn't do its job. So we're going to have to take this all the way off. Fiddle with this keeper. This other keeper. This spring keeper. A lot of keepers. A lot of keepers involved with this. I don't like the way this is orienting in there. For some reason it's not lining up very straight and looking very nice. Let's try it again and see what happens. Push that spring clip down. Well, we're in there now. That's how it's going to stay. Okay, so this is the point where you put it in the cylinder here. But what I had to do was take it to the shop press and work it in there. And for the purpose of the video, we're going to keep rolling on here with the other one. And that's where I left off on this one. So next thing we got to do is drop that ball bearing into the equalizer valve that we talked about. And it just sits right on top of that piston in there. Right there. And we take this seal. This, oh, forgot to tell you, this thing has a seal on it too. And it looks like a lot like that seal that we took off, but it's not the same one. And the rebuild kit does not come with the replacement seal for the equalizer valve. So don't tear that up. Maintain it. Set that in there. Just like that. Everything's cleaned up. Copper washers on here. We're going to put that on there. Copper washer is on there. Now to our boot and spring piece. I already put the boot on here. Maybe we do the other one real quick just to show you. geometries are fascinating. This is all one piece except for that washer here. The kit comes with another washer, but it's not the same size. It's not the right one. It doesn't go inside your cylinder here. You ain't gonna need that. You aren't gonna get this one off anyway. I don't know how in the world they got that on there, but it's on there. This is all one piece. It ain't coming off. Leave it on there. Take your boot. Yourself a little WD-40 there. Shove your key in, or your keyhole end in. Gently work it in there. You don't want to tear that boot again. I say that. Watch me get stick to here. This one's not as easy as the other one. Why is that? Probably because I didn't videotape the other one. Alright, in there. Just like that. Ready to go. Alright, seated. I like it. Like it enough. Alright, spring clip time. Comes with 2 new spring clips. Go ahead and use the new spring clips. Work your boot up. Just turn that first layer inside out. That'll help you out. You don't want to expose that washer. Set that washer down in there. Take your spring clip, route it in there. Grab you some needle nose pliers. Spring the spring clip into position. Amazing. Spring the spring clip. Who'd have thought? And you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, since I haven't test fitted this before, this might be a larger diameter one that was made to go with the larger diameter keeper washer that was included in the kit that also didn't fit. What do you think the chances of that are? Probably pretty good since it's being a real turd right now. I think we're in there. We're in there. It's tight, but you know what? It's doing its job, so we're gonna let it do its job. Okay. Flip that boot back over. It goes on there. Came with a couple of these. I'm assuming these are crimp rings that are supposed to go on here and crimp onto this piece. But you can see that we forgot to put it on there. And there wasn't one on there that I took off. I'm not going to worry about it. Then the only thing we got left to do is put your brake line on there. Or your input line from the reservoir. That goes on there. Oh, forgot about our screen. Remember our debris squeak screen that we took off? This has been cleaned up. And that drops in the tube there for you. Put your little junction piece on there. That's it. I'm going to do the other one. Got any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks for watching.